Hi, welcome to another reading vlog. I thought that for this week we should try a theme perhaps, have a little bit of direction. So I figured I could do a like the library picks what I read for a week. I got a notification from my local branch that one of the books that I had on hold is in, so I figured this is a great excuse to start this week's reading vlog, and we'll see what else I can find in there. Every time I go to pick up a hold, I always just end up browsing and coming home with more than just one book. So today is going to be no different, and I will document what we find, how we feel about the books. Hopefully there'll be some good ones, maybe some not so good ones, so we can roast them together. No, just kidding. And yeah, that's kind of what I've got in store for you all this week. I'm gonna ride my bike over because it is a stunning day out today, and I got my chain fixed. I'm ready to go. Hopefully I'll get to do a lot of cycling this spring and summer. And yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, we are back. I'm a little out of breath because I decided to also go to, I didn't realize I had my pack on, but I went to the produce store, so you should have seen me on that bike. It was not pretty. Like, I had all my groceries and books, and yikes. I made it home alive, and yeah, it was very fruitful, like a little too fruitful, honestly, of a library trip, because I didn't realize that I actually had 2 books that arrived, and then I had to browse. So yes, anyways, let's get on with the haul, shall we? So the first book I got was What My Mother and I Don't Talk About, 15 Writers Break Their Silence. CJ talked about this so eloquently, and I'd been meaning to read it because we have quite a few copies in our store, but now that I'm a library bitch, you betcha, I ordered it from the library instead. Although something tells me I may want to like purchase this, to be honest, because it sounds really, really good. So that's what I went into the library for. And then I realized that I had also ordered this, Do You Dream of Terra-Two by Temi. And I'm pretty sure I heard about this book through Sunny from A Sunny Book Nook. They mentioned this, I think it was them. And it sounded kind of interesting. It's like cli-fi. I'll read you the back. A century ago, an astronomer discovered an Earth-like planet orbiting a nearby star. She predicted that one day humans would travel there to build a utopia. Today, 10 astronauts are leaving everything behind to find it. 4 are veterans of the 20th century space race, and 6 are teenagers who've trained for this mission most of their lives. It will take the team 23 years to reach Terra-Two. Terra-3 years locked in close quarters, 23 years with no one to rely on but one another, 23 years with no rescue possible. Should something go wrong, and something always goes wrong. So, I don't know, man, this sounded kind of cool. Not usually what I read, but I'm all about broadening my horizons and expanding my tastes. So this sounds like something I would have really enjoyed when I was younger, like in high school or something, because I used to be really into like thriller, like exciting, plot-driven books. So I don't know, let's give this a whirl, you know? I think they liked it. Sunny, if my brain isn't betraying me, I think they actually enjoyed this book, so hopefully I will too. I don't know. Now for nonfiction, this sounds super good. Approaching Eye Level by Vivian Gornick, and I know that she's quite a well-known person. I think she's like written other critical essays, and I think this is no exception. This is just an essay collection by this author. yeah, she's a feminist. I think she was quite ahead of her time. I believe this was published in like the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And damn, she's written a lot. Yeah, I don't know. It looked good, and it was in the little, like, they have a section at my library that's like staff picks, and this was on there, and I was like, why not? Yeah. And then, I'm telling you, my library has some bangers in stock, and I'm so pleased because I found The Death of Vivek OG. Don't ask me how this isn't like on hold for 500 years. That's what I would have assumed, to be honest, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, it's a sign. So this is by the same author that wrote Freshwater, which I reviewed and I loved. That book was phenomenal, so I'm expecting really, really great things about this, and I've also seen this circulating on the tubes, and many of you love it. So yeah, basically, I'm assuming we're gonna get to know what happened to Vivek OG. We'll see. And then the last one is Lanny by Max Porter. This is quite an experimental text from my understanding. I've seen it again at work, and like, look at this. Kind of cool, kind of whack, hey? Yeah, I don't even know what this is about. The cover just kind of drew me in, and I saw it and I was like, this is my chance, because if it's like experimental stuff that I'm just like not into, I can just DNF it and not feel bad because it's a library book and I spent zero money on it. But I think this is one of those books that you kind of go into it not knowing anything, or I think that's like the best way to go about it. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm not even gonna tell you what this is about. You can join me on this blind journey and just pick this up, and maybe we can read it together. But obviously I'm not gonna be reading like all of these books in a matter of days or 6-7 days. So I think I'm just gonna narrow it down to like 3, because obviously my library was just full of good stuff this morning. So yeah, I think I'm gonna narrow it down to 3. Talk about those 3 books the next couple days and see how we do. But I am feeling great. This is such a lovely stack of books. Like, are you kidding me? I'm telling you, if I wasn't more convincing, if I wasn't already convincing, this is your PSA to go to the library and see what gems you can find, because I sure did. I lucked out. Anyway, I'm gonna put the groceries away, and I think I'm gonna go outside again, probably make some lunch, and then start one of these and go outside, because it is a beauty of a day. All right. Okay, I finished the first chapter of Approaching Eye Level. That is what I have chosen as the first library pick of the week. Really enjoying it so far. This essay had to do with the author kind of guiding us through her day and painting a picture of New York City and all these minor, seemingly inconsequential brushes with other people from her neighborhood and where she goes along her day. And I just found that really interesting, and towards the end she reflects back on these small encounters are the fabric of, you know, what makes every day exciting, and finding a little joy in that, those small brief encounters with strangers, and the importance that those small bits of human interaction bring to, or the value that those bits bring into our lives. And yeah, I just found that very interesting. It reminded me of like sociology and looking at just small micro human interactions and the importance and the meaning that we place on those interactions. Yeah, so far I am enjoying it. I like the author's voice. There's some lines here that have just been so good. Like, she was describing a dinner she had with these lawyers, and she was like, the dinner was expensive, but the conversation was junk food. So it was just quite funny and sharp with her observations. And yeah, I have picked a good one, I think. maybe it's too early to tell. We'll check in with you later. Morning, sunshines. So it is the next day. I did not do any more reading other than what you saw at the park yesterday. I had a really nice day just being outdoors because the day was just gorgeous and I was trying to get some of that vitamin D. I plan to do a lot more reading today. I think it's going to be quite a slow day here at work. I just got in really early because I hitched a ride from my boyfriend, so we won't open in another like half hour. So I've just been sorting the place out a little bit. We changed the tables. The the owners were in yesterday and just kind of rearranged some things. So I was just looking at that and doing a little bit of organizing in the back. And yeah, so I hope to get, you know, quite a few pages quite a few chapters into the book, and I will report back when I have something to say. Today, let's get the pony down. Today was kind of a really, it was a very busy day. So I thought I would finish the book today, but the sun came out, the peeps came out to play. So I got like, let's see, got my bag here, all ready to go. But I just realized I never updated you at all throughout the day. So yeah, I'm 100 pages in. And I am oh no. Hello? Okay, we're back. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I love the author's voice, her sharp observations, I think I mentioned yesterday. How she observes the world around her, her little kind of ecosystem in terms of the neighborhood that she lives in and the familiar faces she sees. So she talks about community building. She talks about the tension between wanting connection but also enjoying solitude, and kind of how both of those are in conversation with one another, and sometimes there's tension within those two sentiments or feelings. I love the way that she writes about the people in her life, not only like the physical description, but just like their characters and how they relate to her, and just very poignant observations around what it means to be a friend, being alone in this world, and not in like a sad, like mopey kind of way. But anyways, yes, the first essay still I think is my favorite one. It's called On the Street Nobody Watches, Everyone Performs. Like, isn't that just a great opener? I think yes. So anyways, yes, I'm really enjoying it. I feel like this little review is all over the place because I'm honestly so tired, but yes, I am, long story short, I am liking it, I'm enjoying it, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it tomorrow and come to you with more of a cohesive thought.
I have to go home. You guys want to go for a bike ride? Yeah. Good, let's go. You guys want to go for a bike ride?
So I have not updated you since yesterday. Honestly, I've been a little bit tired today, so I've just been doing some like housework and just feeling very mellow today. So, and I just wasn't in the reading mood for some reason, but I'm sitting down and I just read a passage that I wanted to share with you because it just like really resonated with me. And this is what I meant when I said yesterday that the way that Vivian articulates her relationship with her friends is so poignant, and I can relate to quite a bit, especially when it comes to my group of friends that I made while I was on exchange in Edinburgh, that I just hold them so dearly, and the quality of the conversations that we had will literally stick with me forever. This is so irrelevant and personal to me, but here it goes. The other night at a party in New York, I ran into Charlotte. Next day in a restaurant, I saw Daniel. The day after that, in the post office, Mira. I have loved these people, how I have loved them, and all for the same reason. I am hungry for the sentence structure in their heads. It's the conversation between us that makes me love them. Responding to the shape of their sentences, my own grow full and free. Thought becomes expressive, emotions clarify, and I am happy, happier than at any other time. Nothing makes me feel more alive and in the world than the sound of my own mind working in the presence of one that's responsive. Talking with Charlotte or Mira or Daniel, the grittiness washes out. Connected to myself, I am now connected to others. Solitude is relieved. I am at peace inside my skin. Oh, beautiful. Like, that's exactly the sentiment that I always felt when I was around them. And I think it's something really rare and really special when you find like-minded people, or people that have the same like temperament as you, and you're able to have such rich conversations and just you feel at ease and so like good inside. Anyways, she just encapsulates exactly what I felt during those moments, and what I look for and want out of human interaction. So Vivian Gornick killed it with this opener. Wow. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm really enjoying this book so far. Every story I connect to in one way or another, in the way that she wraps up. She almost shares like a little anecdote or a little vignette, and then kind of touches on a greater significance within that interaction or within that friendship or event in her life. And she does it so beautifully towards the end. Just like every last like paragraph or last page or whatnot, you're like, beautifully done. Like such a nice like conclusion to, or execution of what you were trying to convey with this story or with this specific event. So anyways, yeah, I'm really impressed. I'm really enjoying this so far. And I just wanted to share that. I don't know how much more reading I'll do. I think I'm going to finish this essay and probably just watch a little TV. I don't know. I'm just like in such a like quiet mood where I just kind of want to chillax, and usually that involves reading, but today I just haven't really been inclined to, and I don't like to push myself. Obviously, I just read when I feel like it, and I'm just gonna keep at it. But if I don't see you all again today, then I'll have some more thoughts for you tomorrow. Good morning. It's the next day. I wanted to check in and say that I finished Approaching Eye Level by Vivian Gornick last night, and I absolutely loved it. So many passages in this collection will stick with me, and I kind of wish I owned this, but what can you do? This library thing is really not working out for me, is it? It was just a beautiful read. Really admired her perception of what it's like to live in this world and her reality, and her insight on academia, living alone, the act of writing, loneliness, friendship. Yeah, it was stunning. It was a stunning collection, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. I highly recommend you to pick this one up. It's got my stamp of approval, and I can't wait to read more of this author's work. Like I said when I first picked this up, just got a lot of things. And this was published in 1997, so I can only imagine that this list has probably doubled since then. But yeah, I'm really impressed by this and glad I just followed the librarian's pick because I enjoyed it very much. So I thought that I would want to switch over and read like a story, a novel, but I'm kind of vibing with the essays. So I actually picked up What My Mother and I Don't Talk About. I've already read, I've been up for like a couple hours. I didn't just wake up. I lied. And yeah, so I've read the first couple essays and I'm already blown away by just the sheer raw honesty in these stories. And I think I'm in for a good time, a swell time. And I can't wait to read more of this. So that's kind of my plan today, just to do some reading. I might meet up with a friend later today. She's making these like beautiful crochet bags as well as tops. So I purchased one of them and I'm hoping to get it today. So I hope future me remembers to show you my new crochet bag. But yeah, other than that, I just plan to do some reading today. I'm not working. Charlie's off on a run. Couldn't come up with a good excuse why I couldn't join him today. So I just told him I just wanted to stay back and read. So yeah, that's... Hello. So it's been a few days, and in those few days I have started and finished What My Mother and I Don't Talk About, which I absolutely loved. I knew I would love it. I really, really admired the diversity in the authors and their stories, the complexity within these relationships. Oh, it was really, really impactful, especially for me. Let me just see here. The last story, the second story, My Mother's Gatekeeper by Kathy Hanur. I hope I'm saying their last name right. As well as the very last one, I Met Fear on the Hill by Leslie Jameson. I also hope I said that right. Were absolutely stunning. But honestly, all the stories in here were incredible and incredibly sincere, raw, vulnerable. Like, even some of the authors I knew, I was like, oh my God, like I'm getting such an intimate, like front row seat into, you know, really private moments, and very incredibly vulnerable, and sometimes hard moments between these authors and their birth givers. So yeah, stunning, as well as it was cool for me to see who these voices were, because after every essay I would look up the authors, because some of them I recognized and others I didn't, although after looking them up I realized that I'd either heard of their book or had seen their books at the store. So it was also really cool, and I felt really honored to even have a glimpse into these people's lives and their intricate relationships with their mothers. So highly recommend. Stunning work, and incredibly brave for all these people to share their stories so openly and vulnerably, like I said. So highly recommend it. And now I'm just relaxing. I'm watching our queen, Rebecca, eating some mango as I chill here. But after I'm done catching up with my YouTube bays, I think I'm going to start Do You Dream of Terra-Two by Temi. I'm in the mood for this. Ever since I talked about it in the little haul my library, sorry about the glare. Ever since I talked about my library book haul, this one just kind of drew me in. So I thought I was gonna do The Death of Vivek OG, but no, man, like this is what I'm in the mood for. So yeah, it's been a nice couple days. I've just been relaxing with my boo, doing a lot of cooking. I made a really delicious key lime pie. I'm gonna make some a little like veggie curry tonight with okra, which I've never cooked with before. Did some home organizing and cleaning up. All those, I don't know if you have this, but there's a closet in my apartment where like we just stuff everything in and just never open. And finally we confronted that, all the skeletons in that closet, and just cleaned it all out. So yeah, it's been a pretty mellow day, and I've been doing a lot of bike riding because I got my bike fixed. So yeah, that's all I've got for you at the moment. I'm probably gonna start this afternoon, like I said, and perhaps I will check in with you in terms of my initial thoughts, because I realized I literally did not talk about this book at all. Like I feel like I just silently read it, and then I realized I was still filming this, and figured I'd rave about it once I was completely done it. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Hello. Yes, I am in bed. I rode my bike to the farmer's market, but not the one that's in my neighborhood, one that's like 45 minutes away on my bike. And I know it doesn't seem like much, so I'm a little embarrassed to say that it really tired me out biking there, but it was super nice. And I brought my book, and I met up with Charlie there because he was working out at a nearby park. So yeah, I did that, and then came back home and I showered and I crawled into bed. So I just wanted to wrap up this video because I think it's kind of gone on for a little too long, and it is the end of the week. So, or I started this vlog last Saturday and now it's Saturday again. You know how weird how that happened. So I think I will just leave this book I'll leave this book in terms of talking about it in my May wrap up, but I'm 81 pages in and I'm really enjoying it. Do You Dream of Terra-Two? It's something I think like I said before, but I would have enjoyed when I was younger quite a bit. I mean, I'm still liking it, but it's just giving me like throwbacks to when I was a young reader. But yeah, we're just getting introduced to the teenagers who are going to be going into the space expedition to Terra-Two, you guessed it. And yeah, just kind of the author's just kind of world building, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this guy, and then I've got my little library stash here. So I've got the Emezi book that I'm so excited about, since we all know how much I friggin' loved Freshwater. So if you didn't watch my previous video and you missed me gushing about that book for like a few minutes, this is the sign from the universe, from the cosmos, to pick yourself up a copy of that book, because it was incredible. And if you've read The Death of Vivek OG, then you know how good they are, and I encourage you to also get Freshwater. Actually, my babe Ben is reading it and he's really enjoying it, so that makes me really happy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week of reading with me and other random snippets. And yeah, I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.